We have a couple tier lists to go over. I know the game pretty well. I've been playing for a little while. You can see all my heroes are leveled up. I have a good knowledge of what's happening, but we're going to know more. These tier lists will change once global launch happens. People are going to be formulating more teams, and it's going to be fun. So we'll update this tier list. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date. We've got 3 different types of heroes. We have Mythic Plus, that are these Mythic up here at the top. You can see how it's doing a little wave. Then we have regular Mythic heroes, which are like that, just the plain solid color. And then we have Legendary, which are the gold ones. And these are the ones that you're going to start with. So when you see these on a tier list, know that there are 3 different categories, and the Mythic Plus ones, like we have here for Deathstroke, are very strong. So usually they're going to be pretty high on the tier list. We get these from special banners, and you'll be able to do plenty of summons to get these heroes, hopefully. We'll see how it all plays out. So I have a tier list from their official Discord, and it's this. But a lot has changed in the last few days before global launch, which is going to be in the next 12 hours. This is done by Quantum and by Unstable Gamer. They are very knowledgeable on this game. They are great guys. I've talked to both. I'll leave a link to their YouTube channels down below. Go give those guys some love. We're going to use the tier list from Unstable Gamer. Just a few days ago, he updated his tier list, and I agree with a lot of what's on here. I do think 2 heroes should be moved up a tier, just from my experience, but we'll see how it all plays out at global launch. I want to go over kind of each individual hero and what they can do for you. We've got Superman. He's going to be on a banner right when we start global launch. He has very good damage that increases. He has really good physical defense. He does a freeze, which can freeze the enemy for a few seconds, and then also a heat ray to lower the defense. If you want to pick him up on that first banner, extremely good. We just had Joker get buffed. Joker was doing less damage than Sinestro, which was my favorite hero, and now with that buff to Joker, he is insane. So when that Joker banner comes up, make sure you get some copies of Joker, because really, he should be at S+. I think out of everyone here, Joker now should be at S+. Green Lantern is a healer, like a really good healer with a 2-second stun. You can only get him currently from doing premium purchases, but he's really good. Probably not somebody a lot of people are going to focus on. Even on my account where I've spent a lot, my Green Lantern isn't that maxed out. He's not that high up. My Sinestro is, because I love Sinestro. He increases his own energy, so he can do his ultimate faster. He does crazy single target damage, and that damage can go on to other heroes. Still, he's not as strong as Joker is now, especially with multiple targets. Joker just does insane damage. Ivy is a healer, but she's a healer that's very annoying because her little vines come up and people will waste their ultimate ability on those vines. If my Superman's about to do his really hard-hitting ultimate, he'll go hit one of those stupid vines if it's next to him. So Poison Ivy can be very annoying. So she's healing the team. She's taking people's damage away from them doing their ultimates. And she also has this charm ability where she'll get somebody to walk toward her for a couple seconds. So a little bit of control in there. We've got Green Arrow. Green Arrow is a legendary, so really easy to get. Same with Mira. You're going to have multiple copies of them, so make sure you start off the game with these 2 heroes along with Wonder Woman. It's going to be your main core team. Mira does a lot of healing. We need good healers. She does healing, so make sure you always stay on top of her. Green Arrow, just damage. Like across the board, all he does is damage with a little AoE damage in there. Zatanna is a special, Mythic Plus. You can only get her from banners, and I don't think she's going to be available on a banner anytime soon. I think it's going to be a few months. We'll do a separate video on how to get the world anvils to do summons and let you know the summoning schedule, like when these heroes are going to be available for you to summon for. Harley's a normal mythic. She can do AoE damage around her. If she gets a kill, she gets additional energy to do her ultimate sooner, and she does a little bit of healing based off of the damage she does. She's a good unit. I don't know if she's A+. I guess she is, considering all these other ones down below. For sure, she's A+, considering what I'm looking at on the A tier. Now, there's 2 units on the A tier that I would move up. I really like Dr. Fate. He does insane shields. When I pair Dr. Fate with Poison Ivy in Arena or any of the game modes, if Dr. Fate can get his shields off, it's crazy. I have Poison Ivy to heal me, sure, but Dr. Fate, with those shields, they're so fat. So I feel like I can really push, so don't sleep on your Dr. Fate. I feel like he should be A+. I feel like Deathstroke should be A+, because he's a Mythic Plus. He's one of the ones that are on a banner, and he's extremely powerful. If you get him to 2 stars, he'll jump back and attack the person with the highest attack. it's going to be somebody in the back line. And once he does that, nobody pays him attention. He just decimates your backline people that die very quickly to him. If you have him for arena, he's going to dominate there. And if you have him going through any kind of story mode, any kind of campaign, he'll do the same thing. This guy is extremely strong. So I would move him up to A+ as well, just going off of my limited experience. We'll see if that plays out on global launch. And I don't think his banner as well is going to be anytime soon. Going over from the left, we have Batgirl. Batgirl can increase the crit rate of your whole entire team. It's okay. I don't think it's that great. Scarecrow is a Mythic Plus. I've never played him before, but I've looked at him and he looks extremely strong. I think they nerfed him just a little bit a couple days ago, but being a Mythic Plus, being that he's a tank, plus he does damage, and maybe some kind of control, I can't really remember. He's strong. I think he's going to be really good. But again, we might not see him for a little bit because we got to do that video going over when all these heroes will be available for us to summon on, because the first one we know for sure is Superman. And we've got the whole listing over on their official Discord, but we will do a video covering that tonight. Cyborg does damage, of course, but he increases overall physical damage dealt. So if he's on a Justice League team with Superman, with Batman, people like that, Green Arrow, that are going to do physical damage, you'll increase that damage by quite a bit. Still kind of niche, but he's not a bad hero. We've got Raven. She's a healer, but she can increase spiritual damage. So spiritual damage done is done by Sinestro, done by Joker. You can increase that damage while getting your heals. Could be used in certain areas. We'll see what's going to happen with Raven. She's not the greatest at healing, but she can increase your overall damage, so we're going to use her sometimes. Black Adam's a damage dealer, not as good as Green Arrow. He is a legendary, so you're going to get plenty of copies of this guy. Batman is great. He does a lot of damage, a lot of AoE damage, increases his own damage, especially with other Justice League members. So when you put Justice League members together or any kind of these factions or affinities together, we get these bonuses: additional attack, additional defense, spiritual damage. You'll see all that when you select the hero. Batman's pretty good, and they've got some really low-cost deals if you want to grab him right away. Two-Face, he does a lot of AoE damage. He can put up damage over time, plus he increases spiritual damage done. Use Two-Face when you want to do a lot of AoE damage and you want to increase your spiritual damage. Adam's a legendary. He was just buffed. He does a lot of damage now when he kills himself, which he should, because he's dead. He blows himself up, and he does a 2-second stun after that. I've used him quite a bit in arena. I've tried him through story mode. He's okay. I wouldn't go crazy in putting a lot of resources into him. You're going to level up everybody. It's easy to level everyone. You're going to have your guys to where the max level, your 5 that are maxed out, everybody else goes up to their level. You're going to put gear on everyone and keep putting gear. Like whatever you get better gear, you put it on your top heroes, and then you keep putting the lesser versions of that gear down and down and down. So you're going to have everybody geared, everybody leveled up, and you're going to use them in different areas of the game. So Adam might actually have some good play somewhere, but just don't put too many resources into him. And what I mean by that, we have Force, and this is like their skill tree. It takes quite a while to get the resources to level this up. So you want to make sure that you're only leveling up people's Force with ones that are extremely good. So don't go and put those resources into Adam. You're going to use those on someone else. Dr. Fate, again, like I said in the beginning, this guy is amazing to me. I think he should be A+. Shields are insane. If you have him, definitely use him. Use him with Poison Ivy, and your team will last so much longer. Deathstroke, I think, is very strong as well. He should be A+. I've been using him. He does insane damage. Again, once he's back there in that back line, I don't see anybody paying him any attention. If there's other people that say, hey, if you put in Wonder Woman, she'll turn around and lasso and stun him, let me know that, because I'm not sure that I've seen that happen. Whenever I face him in arena, he just jumps back there and goes crazy, and he just kills the whole back line, and everybody's just acting like nothing's happening. Wonder Woman is great. She's a legendary as well. You're going to have tons of copies of her. She does stuns, and then like another kind of cone stun. She does shields on herself. You're going to use her as one of your main tanks. The B and C squad, let's go a little faster through. Lex Luthor does damage, good damage, but unless everybody's lined up, it's not that great. Flash is a buffer, and he's just not good. I don't know why. Kind of like Vixen. Vixen buffs your team as well. Increase attack all over the place with these two, but it's just not enough to warrant having them on your team. Red Hood is actually a really good damage dealer, and I love this guy, but he jumps back in the back line, and for some reason when he jumps back there, everybody focuses him and kills him. If that wasn't the case, Red Hood would be really, really good. He should be kind of ignored like Deathstroke is. I don't know what's going on with Red Hood. Killer Croc. Killer Croc's actually not bad, especially for free-to-play players. He's a good tank down here at B, but hey, When you're free to play, you got to use these legendaries because you're not going to have a whole bunch of mythic heroes right away. You're going to save up on that, and I'll have a video out telling you what to do. We've got Robin. He does single target damage. I think he jumps back in the back line and does a lot of single target damage. He is okay. I'm sure if he was paired on a good team with somebody that, enough people that are going to go back and assassinate those weak heroes, it'd be pretty sweet. We've got Shazam. I think Shazam is actually a pretty good unit. I don't know if he's B tier because if you have him leveled up enough, he'll do an AoE provoke, which will save your team. And then when he dies, he comes back to life. And he does an AoE provoke again. I think if we have him leveled up high enough, and the time between him dying and coming back, because once you put more stars into him, that gets lower, he could be very strong in the right teams. Red Robin was just buffed a little bit. I really don't have a lot of experience with Red Robin, so I'm going to leave him right there. Aquaman, I've played quite a bit. He does a pull-in to where he pulls everybody into a circle, and then he does a pushback. And he can do additional damage if he's on a full Justice League team with his last ability. Could be good in some teams. I don't know if he's a B. Maybe he's an A if you put him in a full Justice League team. C category Star Girl can mitigate damage on your whole entire team, which sounds great, but it's never worked out well for me, and I guess not for others because she's down here in the C category. I haven't played Black Canary. Black Canary looks like she'd do well in PvP. We'll have to see about that on global launch. Catwoman can do damage. She has a whole bunch of skills that do damage, but she cannot stay alive. She dies so quick. Penguin, I haven't played before, but I played against him. He summons a whole bunch of penguins. They come out and explode. I like his aesthetics, and I hope he's better than C tier, or at least maybe they'll buff him to be better. Captain Cold's a starting hero that a lot of people will be playing because he looks cool on paper. He actually looks like he has some cool abilities. We'll have to see how that plays out. Then we've got Bane. I like Bane. Bane can actually give himself back quite a bit of health, and I think lower the attack of the enemy. So I'm sure there's going to be some place we can play Bane. We've got Deadshot. I've never played Deadshot, so I really can't comment on what Deadshot can do. That's everyone right now. I know Constantine is coming to the game. He's going to be on the test server pretty soon. I don't know who else we're going to get. I'm sure at global launch, a couple weeks in, they're going to start dropping heroes like crazy. So it'll be fun to see what they include. It'll be fun to see what kind of team comps you all come up with. So join my Discord. Go check out Unstable Gamer and Quantum. Their links will be down below to their YouTube channels, and I will see you all in a video soon.